Hey everybody, so today I want to walk you through the magic ring, the magic circle. Everybody calls it something different. So anyways, this is how I do it, and when I call for it in my patterns, this is what I hope you guys are doing. So if not, just go ahead and look, try it out, and see if it is what you're doing. So anyways, here we go. Alright, let's get this back a bit. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to lay the yarn flat in our hand with the tail down by your pinky and kind of grasp it with your bottom two fingers and hold it in place. And with your working yarn right here, you're going to wrap it twice around your middle finger. So you should kind of, when you pull it up, you should have three different looking loops. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your working yarn, you're going to drop it right over the top of your pointer finger. And then just kind of hold it with your thumb. Let's do it again. Drape it in your hand. Pinch it with your bottom two fingers. Wrap it a couple times around your finger. Just two. Don't do it any more than two, or don't do it any less than two. Bring it over your pointer finger and hold it with your thumb. It kind of looks neat. Ooh, Josiah's waking up, so let's do this real quick. Okay, so wrap it with around your middle finger twice. Pull it over your pointer. And then we're going to insert our hook right underneath all of these. Pretty simple. And then you're going to go ahead and grab the yarn and pull it through. Just grab your working yarn that's over your pointer and pull it through. Okay, and then you're going to grab that yarn again, pull it through, and make two chains. It's hard to do in the position I'm in. And then you've got two chains, and it's around your middle finger. Go ahead and wiggle it off. This is what you have. Go ahead and hold on to your working yarn as normal, and hold on to your ring like this. And when I tell you to do 9 half double crochets in a row, you're just going to go ahead, and in the round you're just going to go ahead and go like this, and just do it right inside that magic ring that you just did. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a few. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just stop at 6. Okay. Now you've got your tail and you got your two loops that are around your finger. Okay, kind of pull your tail off to the side and grab one of the two loops and kind of just wiggle. Just pull it through. And sometimes if you grab the wrong one, it won't make that little one decrease in size, so you want to go ahead and just grab that one and start pulling, and it'll make the other one small. Just kind of pull, real tug on it real hard, and then take your tail, the little tail that you have from that ring, and pull that. And once you do this, you'll have nearly no circle right there in the center. That's about as much as you'll get. The more you do, the bigger the circle will be. If you do probably more than 8, the circle will be a little bit bigger. That's usually what I do. To make it smaller, just kind of keep tugging on the tail. Don't tug too hard or you'll break the yarn. I've done that a few times. Okay, now when you're doing this, we just did 6, so you always want to count back from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be your first stitch right here. So you want to go ahead and go inside that stitch. And kind of got to wiggle it in there sometimes. And then this is how you will always start a round, or finish a round, however you want to say it. How you'll join it. You always want to go in the first stitch, and a lot of times it's easier just to count back from the hook to figure out where you're supposed to go in. So go in, grab your yarn and pull it through. And pull it through. And this is making a slip stitch. And what I always do is wiggle, 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 pull, pull, pull to get that slip stitch to disappear so we don't accidentally count it as a stitch. So now you can still count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we went in the 6th one. That's where we did our slip stitch. So whenever I tell you to chain 1 and go in the same stitch, I'm saying that you need to go in that same stitch because you slip stitched to your first stitch of the round. I hope that makes sense. If it does not, repeat and watch this video a few different times. Okay, and then you're going to go in that same stitch and do your stitch. Okay, and when if I say to do 2 in that same stitch, you'll go ahead and do just another one in there. Your chain 1 that we did after we did the slip stitch does not count as a stitch, so that's just helping you so you don't have a funky little slope there. This will help kind of square it off a little ways. And then you'll continue doing what the pattern calls, and when you get back here, that'll be the end of the round, and you'll do the exact same thing. Count back from the hook and find this first stitch. The easiest way to tell too is if you look real close there. That's a little too close. Alright, if you look a little close there, we always did a chain 1, so this first looking thing that looks like a stitch will always be the chain 1. You always go, and the one right above what looks like the stitch. You can kind of go off of. It's kind of hard to tell here, but you can kind of see my slip stitch that I pulled tight is right there. And if you look at that, you know it's not the first one, it's the second one. But just to be on the safe side, if you're not comfortable, go ahead and count back from your hook and figure out where your first stitch is, and that's where you'll do your slip stitch. But always remember to do your first stitch of the round right there, and that's the first stitch of the that you slip stitch to. So I hope all that helps. In I'll be going over the beginning and ending of a round again, and this is more for the magic ring. But anyways, so thank you so much for watching, you guys. Have a good day.